Yeah. So next one. One. Whee! Jinky one, activation one. It's your evolution. So how do you feel it? How did you feel it? It just passed.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with all, it's been interesting with all these gates in the Scorpio this year. It felt like they were kind of, a little delayed or a little bit before. Like I felt it was interesting. I didn't feel them like on the day they came in. Either I felt them before or I felt like, oh, this was an easy transit. And then like, boom, in line 5, the 5th day, it's like, oh my God, what's happening? So I believe it was something similar with the first gate. But I mean, for me, a lot of it has been learn to not be frenetic, like learn to accept the void and not only accept the void, but appreciate the void.
Mhm.
So really
Mhm.
understand that I cannot control creativity. And some days I'm going to be like, I'm going to want to just be in the void and like, feel the current of the void inside of me with closed eyes. And some days there's going to be this spark of creativity that is, that is just there. So to kind of understand that we don't control the universe and we don't control anything. And I think
Mhm.
that is for me, that has been for me the absolutely biggest challenge. This is my evolution. So Richard Rudd would say this is the one thing, that most people have one thing, and this is like 90% of our problems or 90% of humanity kind of get lost in this pathway between the life's work and the evolution shadow. So that entropy that I didn't want to feel. So I became somebody who was always on the move. So with COVID and everything in one way, but that's kind of on the surface, right? The moving I'm speaking about, it's not that I have a problem just like, sitting. If I have a problem sitting still, I would say that's more the Sagittarius 34 energy that wants to move. But this is like
Mhm.
on a deeper existential level, like it's Scorpio waters. Are you able to, like, one thing is to swim and have, rebirth and death, but like, can you stay on the bottom when nothing is moving? Or do you
Mhm.
freak out, you know?
Yeah, I liked what you said. I completely agree, and I felt it in my life so many times. One I have in my Plutos, in Pluto, both the Plutos in human design, and I have a very predominant Pluto in my natal chart. Um, and one is in the channel with 8, so it's one of the energies I always felt in my life. For me, one is a key. I I terribly love. I can't even express how much I love it. For me, one is I always looked at Scorpio as the destroyer and Taurus as the creator, but I find that here in the first gene key, Scorpio becomes the creator, and it's that creator that burned everything, cried his lungs, did everything to maximum, and now from the void, as you said, from that kind of now what becomes that type of fire that is just the Promethean fire. For me, it's connected very much with the Scorpio and the Aquarius energy. Here, the Scorpio looks higher to the Aquarius, tells like, hey, what's next? It's an energy that I can't even describe in words. It's just feeling God in you as a creator, being a creator and co-creator. So I love this key. It's just it's just amazing. The next one, 43.
Yeah, I just feel like I want to mention, because when you say the one, I feel like, yeah, the code ring of fire. I know you have the 14. So there is something there that you have in that code ring. And for me, I have the 2. So there is something there with like the polarities of the universe and those extremes and being born under a full moon in Scorpio, for example. There is something there. So I feel like it also depends a little bit like what is the one paired with, and what else
Mhm.
you have that is actually reinforcing the one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.